Hello, this is Spirited by Talia. The last post I wrote about was 0 Point versus Spiritual Awakening. I want to delve a bit deeper into that without typing because I think doing a video would actually be a lot better. So basically, 0 Point, I'm just going to talk about 0 Point because I think we all know about spirituality enough. 0 Point is a contradiction because it happens when you've learned the primary lessons of spirituality. It happens when you do have your shit together. It happens when you understand your wounds and where they may come from and where they do come from, your healing and your traumas. You get it. You got it. But there is still, with 0 Point, there is still negativity that needs clearing. And negativity doesn't have to mean something that's bad. It's just energy that is being stored in our physical bodies that needs releasing. So healing happens in cycles. 0 Point is probably the most intense, the most traumatizing cycle, contradiction right there, that could happen for your healing process. So when we hit this point, from my understanding, all densities fall around you. That is positive and negative. The highest point of the positive and the lowest point of the negative. So, and whatever entities come with that. The way to move through 0 Point, in my experience, which I'm still going through, so I am sharing as I go along, is by... So there are upswings and downswings of 0 Point. Your upswings are the days where you're feeling better, but you're still going through the trauma of your healing process that literally just might have happened the night before, while understanding where the negative energy had come from. It could be ancestral trauma. It could be words that have never left your voice to another person for them to receive how you've felt in the past, how you feel now, because that takes a toll. You can feel some type of way, and you can understand why you feel the things that you feel. You can understand them to the death. But unless it's being received, if it stays up here, even if you're speaking it into the collective consciousness, it's not being received, and you don't know who it's being received by. There are all kinds of entities out there. So while that is still part of healing, letting it out, it is important to let it out to someone who is going to receive it. If it cannot be a family member for many, many reasons, or a friend for many, many reasons, I do urge everyone to reach out to a therapist or a doctor that they trust to talk about the toll whatever life has thrown you has taken, and the reasons why you are in the place you are in right now with your healing. It is annoying because we think we are healed. We move throughout the day doing what we have to do. We understand things. We're conscious. We're growing. We're learning. We're bringing our light and our love to other people. We feel like a ball of love. And yet, how is it possible that we find ourselves in this place? And there's nothing wrong or bad about 0 Point. It is just a part of the process. Moving through it is hell. You are in the underworld / the subconscious mind. You are in your subconscious. You are facing demons. You're facing not just your demons, but the demons of the world. Because if you are serious about your spiritual growth, if you're serious about spirituality, if you're serious about making a career out of your spiritual growth, then the strength from battling your demons and understanding, and not really battling, but understanding and having compassion for the demons of the world, having compassion for people who have had to deal with them, is part of the process of growing and healing and bringing light and more love to you. But the laws of the universe, light alongside of light is the shadow. As your light and your love grows, so does the shadow, and so does fear. When you are in 0 point, you're going to experience both heights and depths of the light that you are growing and of the love that you are growing. And you're also going to experience the opposite. You're going to feel that fear. Why are you feeling it? Why do we have to feel it? Why is it necessary? Why can't we just know that it's there and let it be? Because if you don't feel it, and you are serious about a career in spirituality, and if you're serious just about your own spirituality and living your best life, and in turn that helps the world, because you can't save the world, you save yourself, and that helps other people. If you don't feel it, really feel it, you can't know the kind of compassion you would need to have for the next part of your journey. And that's the way I'm making sense of it, and that's the only way it does make sense, is to know what is you and what is not you, what is yours and what is not yours, and how it reflects, how you reflect, how your pain and your growing and your learning and your process and your demons are reflecting the demons of the world, are reflecting the fears of the world, because you see your light and your love. Then you feel the opposite, which is fear. In that, your consciousness is growing. During 0 point, you're not focused on your consciousness growing. You're not focused on anything except for the fact that you're in pain and you want to not be in pain. You're feeling traumatized by how you were getting out of being in pain, and still healing from trauma, from things concrete that have happened to you that you can remember, recall, and going through that healing process with a family, friend, or professional. You're not thinking about spiritual growth. There's no way. When it's bad, and it's just bad. So right now I'm wearing a sports bra, and my being able to go to the gym has been a process. I've always loved going to the gym, and that was taken away from me during 0 point because I just had no strength. I had no strength. I was scared. I was tired. I was beyond tired. I was exhausted. I was needing to take pills to go to sleep. I was prescribed medication to go to sleep because I was that frightened by just this new reality that I was in, that I didn't know if I was ever going to get out of, and why am I being punished? I feel like I'm a good person. Why is this happening to me? So understand that when you're having a good day, rest. Don't try to force your healing. Let it be. You're healing on levels that you don't know, that you don't have to worry about. It'll happen automatically. You'll feel that part of your consciousness, that the work that you've done will be there for you. It's just like studying for a test. You studied. You've done some more studying. That's your spiritual growth. When it was all, oh my God, love, kumbaya, stretches, yoga, spreading the love to other people, that was your test. 0 point is not the time to own your way through it. Be present for what is coming up for you, because it has to come up rapidly. It has to come up fast for you to get to where you're going. So I'm going to end this first video here, and I will continue it in a second video because I like to do my posts in twos. I just spoke about the dark side of it, the demons, the hell, the torture, and questioning why is this happening to me, and the isolation and the loneliness and the depression and anxiety that comes with 0 point. It is not fun, and it is not for the faint of heart, and you will feel like you are the faint of heart. You will feel like you're not a warrior, that you're not the spiritual being that you thought you were, and that's okay. You're not going to see a lesson. You're not going to see beauty. You're not going to see fairness. You're not going to see truth. You're not going to see any truth. And that's just my experience. Everyone's experience is so completely different. But I don't want to spiritually bypass, because that is not what I do. I do shamanic healing, and I specifically say I do light and shadow work, which means I'm always going to do my posts from the light and from the shadows. And I'm not going to bypass the dark side of anything, especially not 0 point. Because that's the point of 0 point. Nothing is going to seem like it is as it should be. And don't knock yourself, or don't knock your growth as a spiritual being, the things that you've learned and experienced and witnessed and have felt that were beautiful and angelic. It hasn't been for nothing. It wasn't done in vain. Right now, survive. Just survive. It'll happen naturally, the healing. You won't always see it or feel it or believe that it's happening. You won't always feel like you're going to be able to see the light of day again. And that's the truth. And you won't have hope. You won't have faith. You might feel like you don't even believe in God anymore. And I'm saying all these things from my own experience. You may feel those things. You may not, but the fact that someone has felt those things makes it a reality of 0 point. And the whole point of our existence here is to bring our experiences to the table, our realities to the table, and be open about it and be honest about it. And it creates an osmosis. And when people hear other people's truths, it makes them feel confident and less alone. The whole idea of feeling that you're not alone means that you feel that you're not in separation, that you are one with someone and one with something that is similar or exactly like what you've been going through. The whole point is non-separation. So the more we're honest about hard times, especially where spirituality is concerned, and not bypassing anything, and not thinking that love and kisses is just going to make everything okay, because it's not. Depression is not a joke. Deep depression is not a joke. When you see beyond the veil, there are actual energies that want to keep you being depressed. And you are fighting. Whether you're a spiritual being and you understand that, I don't want to say spiritual being because we're all spiritual beings. Whether you understand spirituality and you can see that, or whether you don't, it's hard to fight depression because there are energies that want you to stay depressed. And it is more comfortable to stay in that point and not fight because it's scary. It's almost like coming from withdrawal. Your pain has become your comfort zone. And that's okay. Seeing from what I've seen, it's okay. So that's the dark side. of 0 Point feeling attacked. But so I'm going to make another video of the light side of 0 Point. Okay. I will see you in the next video.